Jake Rayson, and I'm a forest gardener and a forest garden designer, and this is day 5 of Forest Garden Rescue. I've started doing a kind of pretty much daily series now on rescuing the forest garden, which has fallen into disrepair for a few different reasons. Lovely thing about a forest garden is that it might look a bit messy, but actually it's once you get it established or near established, then it's not that much work to kind of get it back on track. Anyway, today I am doing creating a wood chip path. Originally these were raised beds. I read Charles Dowding book about no-dig compost. You don't actually need raised beds, so this needs a bit of compost on it. Actually, I had some volunteer potatoes in here, but I got bark on the top, compost bark on top, trying to get a ground cover in, like a perennial ground cover, like there's ground ivy here and there's Taiwanese bramble over there. So I want to experiment with different ground covers and then growing perennial vegetables. And here looks messy. It's actually it's actually quite tidy. There's mustard, which is a temporary ground cover, and then there's a lot of wood chip paths. Wood chip paths are, you have to maintain them. You have to kind of keep them chopped up, and what I do is hoe them every now and again. I've got some creeping buttercup coming in here, dandelion, bistorts. There's bits and pieces. I go around and just tidy up, as long as you've got access, which is why these Jerusalem artichoke are actually going to go, because they're right on top of the path. You can get dwarf Jerusalem artichoke. Anyway, that's another story. So today I just wanted to show you the kind of process of creating a wood chip path. Do you remember, it's good for high volume areas and areas where you will can easily, like perennial vegetable beds, where you can easily access it and then weed them. Okay, so not for like places you don't go to, because they will just get overgrown. So let me set the camera up. Okay, and here we go. So what you do need, I'm not sure if I'm in shot here. So what I have done is to use a lawnmower and then just take the grass right down. This is a corner that I've got left over, and then I use a turf cutter. This is one which has been left behind, funnily enough, but comes with a house. Knackered old thing. Keep it sharp and it still does the job absolutely fine. And then you cut lines in the turf, and then I bought this especially. It's a turf iron. This needed to be. I borrowed an angle grinder off next door to take it down to a point to sharpen it up the edge. But it's much easier than using a spade. So if I've got lots of this kind of work to do, like removing turf. So if you're doing it manually, I would recommend getting one of these if you've got a lot to do. There are alternatives. Mulching with cardboard is my preferred method for kind of smaller areas. I want to get on with this, so I'm just going to take up the turf. And then you can also use, there are mechanical methods as well. So you can use a turf cutter, like a mechanical turf cutter, or you can use a mini digger which can scrape the turf off. So if you've got something to do quickly and it's a large area, that's my preferred choice. I'm moving away from using plastic sheet mulch. Much rather use cardboard sheet mulch or some biodegradable sheet mulch if possible. So it depends what you do, depends on your time and depends on your situation, depends on the area. So you use the turf cutter and then you get rid of the turf, and then it rolls up nice and tidily. Like that. Okay, oh, there's a little bit left to do, so you can see me. And it's hard work. There we go. And then this will go on I'm going to make a mound with fruit bushes on, as a kind of an earthwork. It's about half a metre high, because there's so much turf that I'm doing this with, and it's a good place to keep, to put the turf, because I just want to reduce the amount of grass that I've got. And then I'll just show you. I will do this later on, but just to show you, I've got some wood chip. This is particularly good. This is a bit over rotted wood chip, but you get some wood chip and you tip the wood chip on. Part of the path. That's just grass cuttings over there. So there you go. That's part of the wood chip path. Now, the whole reason for doing this is because if I left that, I've got to do this whole area here. If I left that, the grass would just simply creep into the wood chip, and then that would just be grass again. So I want wood chip paths because I don't want anything creeping into the bed. So that's why I'm taking out the turf all the way around. Okay, so hope that's useful. Making a wood chip path and getting deturfing. Thank you very much for watching. See you again soon. Cheers, bye.